What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's having a great day. I guess I can be thankful for something. I can be thankful because, actually, let me turn this down. There we go. There we go. Now you can see me. I guess I can be thankful because today, Dan Saleo didn't need me at Philly 500. He went it solo. The laughing stock for the Eagle fans wasn't there. So here we go. You know, I didn't get bitch slapped today. So there's that much at least. Or at least I didn't get bitch slapped by the Eagles. I did, in fact, though, get bitch slapped by Stephen Jones. You know, one thing I can say about Stephen Jones, at least, is he doesn't lie to you. He doesn't tell you what you want to hear. They never tell us what we want to hear. Well, Jerry does. Jerry does tell us, you know, we're going all in, but then they don't do it because Stephen Jones basically says no. Stephen Jones today literally said that we're going to be, you know, financially with problems. And this is where I have to say that Stephen Jones, you're a freaking idiot when it comes to managing the cap and the money. How can you be the worst team when it comes to spending money in free agency? That the biggest free agents you've had in the last 15 years was 1 year of Greg Hardy, who was $8 million, and you had Brandon Carr, who was, I think, 47. That you had players like Derrick Henry, who wanted to be here, but instead you guys were actually happier that you went out and you took a 4th round draft pick and you traded for Trey Lance and you paid him $5.3 million this year. $5.3 million this year. And you literally say that he's very green. You know, he's been in the NFL now 4 years. 4 years. Backup quarterbacks have had more playing time than him. If that right there doesn't show you that the Cowboys have no clue as to what they're doing, and unfortunately, you know, Micah Parsons literally says we're a Super Bowl team next year if we just get healthy. Well, we got Stephen Jones, who we actually look at and say, there's some daylight. There's some daylight in the cap situation. But for Stephen Jones to then go ahead and say, well, you know, we're going to have a lot of money for guys that aren't going to be here. Oh, God. It's going to be a challenge. You know, Stephen, bro, you're the one who is the vice president and president of, you know, the cap. that all those contracts came through you, bro. You. Not Jerry. Not Mike McCarthy. Not Dak Prescott. You. You know the scariest thing is? When you think back to Deion Sanders getting signed by the Cowboys, that Stephen Jones allegedly threw his dad against the wall because he didn't want to pay him. It's too much. It's too much. When Jeff Kavanaugh, Heffrey talks about how much money the Cowboys could have and could go all in because Dak Prescott's contract has voidable years up to 30-32, just like CeeDee Lamb. That this year was take your lumps, clear off, the Tyron Smiths and the Michael Gallups and things like that, and don't spend it and roll it into next year. That you can pull the triggers on Dak and CD and some other ones and actually have a chance to be able to put all of your chips in. Hold up. Sorry about that. So, get back to my thoughts here, because I'm literally on the edge of my seat, because I'm about to fall out on the floor, because, Stephen Jones said a couple of years ago that when Jerry is gone, that him and his sister and his brother will probably take less chances than when Jerry was here. Bro, I'm trying to understand what chances? What risk have we taken? We ain't taking any risk. We ain't taking it. So when you hear Mike Fisher, talking about we got cap room and this is a rebuild and this, that, and the other, and you hear Jeffrey Kavanaugh talking about, having the money and the opportunity to being able to go in, next year, the year after, and so on, try and maximize, Dak Prescott since you paid him, and it looks like we wasted money with, of course, Trey Lance, who, this is the craziest thing that I'm going to say right here is, do they bring back Trey Lance? Do they bring back Trey Lance and pay more money to him? Throw good money after bad. Because you certainly are not going to play him the last 4 games here. And so you traded a valuable commodity, a 4th-round pick, for a quarterback when you had one in that position, but you wouldn't trade, and you traded a 4th for another wide receiver that he's young, but hasn't really been able to do anything anywhere thus far. When other guys like Hopkins, bro, they went for a 5th. I'm at the point of thinking there is no hope. The only hope that you have is that the guys that we have do get healthy and they just luck out. That we have the polar opposite of what this year has been, which has been pain and misery. And I am one that always said, this is where it's kind of crazy. I used to always say, you know what? I'd rather be able to watch the Cowboys have bad football than have no football at all. Because, the off season, another 3.5 weeks it'll be for the Cowboys. 3.5 more weeks, we won't have any more Cowboy games to talk about. That's it. That's it. 3.5 more weeks. And we're done. And for once, I'm like, I can't wait for it to be over. I just need this thing to be finished. But then we got nothing to look forward to because we already have Stephen Jones killing any dreams and thoughts of doing things differently. Yeah. Expect Mike McCarthy back. Expect the same players that we have. No, actually, anybody with expiring contract that play pretty good, they'll probably go. And don't look for them to be replaced. Well, tomorrow starts week 15 of the NFL season. Roger Goodell, he's talking about that 18-game season now and says they're close. Well, I'm going to take me a shower and I'm going to go to bed. And if you watched last night, raise your hand. Raise your hand if you watched last night. If you watched last night, I was basically one hand in the football because I jacked up my finger. And I have to tell you, I am a very, very fast healer. I'll show you guys. I sometimes I'm amazed because it was swollen up yesterday with the bandage on it. I took the Band-Aid off of it so it could breathe and I get my color back. But and it's closed up. And I catch football with it. Anyway, fire's just about out. And I have to remind you, tell the people you love how much you love them. Because you might not get the chance again, good people. And I love you guys. And God willing, we'll all be here tomorrow. But take a look. Look at this. Yesterday, it was all jacked up. I almost feel like a superhero. And I've got the healing power. It's just like closing up. Peace.